Welcome to a reality where Bayern Munich have been cooking the books, found guilty of a number of financial crimes, stripped of their budget and relegated to the German third division. Their star players already walking out on the club, abandoning their contracts and looking for greener pastures. Today, we have Bankrupt, Relegated, and now we're going to rebuild Bayern Munich. Just about every big name player from Bayern Munich has walked out on the club. Harry Kane, Joshua Kimmich, Upamecano, they're all gone. One man electing to stay and help steady the ship though, the legendary Manuel Neuer. But this is what the squad now looks like. We need to steady the ship. We need to restore the squad. And just about every other player with a bit of potential wants to get out of the club as well. Sasha Bowie, Armindo Sieb, Tom Bischoff, Jonas Jorbig, Brian Zaragoza, and Alexander Pavlovic don't want to be a part of the mission. It's back to square one for Bayern Munich. For us to get these guys out of the club though, the guys that are wanting to leave, we need to sign some players. We need to start rebuilding this squad. We have such a small squad size now that we're basically going to have to go sign a player, sell a player, sign a player, sell a player. So our first man in is going to be at the center back position. I'm going to be focusing honestly on the defense for this entire transfer window because we are so thin at that position. The Polish defender, Bright Ede, is joining us from Motor Lublin in the Polish league. Also able to squeeze in a right back signing, Lucas Reach joining us from Firth. If we were able to keep Armando Sieb, this would have been such an advantage at the striker role. We would have been able to turn him surely into a superstar, but he doesn't want to grind it out in the German third division. He's going to be heading to Glasgow, heading to Celtic. And then we're going to quickly capitalize on having a little more money and bring in our new starting left back. From Kaiserslautern, it is Mika Haas, German left back, joining us at Bayern Munich. We do have a lot of players in the youth academy from the start. I'm going to promote basically everybody that's eligible, whether they're a good prospect, like even this guy, Hamadou Lay, has terrible potential, but he's a number. Right now, we need squad numbers. To be fair, Henrik Hartmann looks like an absolute stud, but I'm just going to promote all of these guys to the senior team and sort it out from there. Honestly, with the potential Hartmann has, I might send him on loan, but right now I'm solely focused on getting all of the exiled players out before our season begins. Sasha Boa making the trip south to Turkey. We got our loan move for Henrik Hartmann. See how that pans out. Sold another player to the Turkish league. Brian Zaragoza heading to Galatasaray. Daniel Peret's actually willing to take a loan move. He wants to come back once Neuer's gone and once we've weathered the storm, so the goalkeeper heads to Wolverhampton. As someone that loves career mode, I knew I was going to have to do this when I started this video, but it still hurts my soul. It hurts everything I stand for. Doing a career mode and selling Alexander Pavlovic. We get a good fee for him, but it still sucks. We had 0 offers come in during this window though for Tom Bischoff or Jonas Jorbig, so I'm using that as a green light, especially for Tom Bischoff, to get him involved this year. So with that being said, this is what our starting lineup looks like as we begin life in the German third division, trying to bring Bayern Munich back to the top of German and European football. We'll see how we're sitting come January 1st. Also, if we're sticking with Tom Bischoff, we may as well get him involved in the play style we want. So I'm gonna 240 weeks. His secondary position is a defensive midfielder. 240 weeks. I may as well convert him to an attacking midfielder. That is so annoying. Maybe centre back? No. Makes sense. His defending stats are pretty low for a defensive midfielder prospect. Am I better off converting a Seiko to a centre midfielder? 62 weeks. Screw it. We'll start slowly converting him to a defensive midfielder by putting his box crasher or a wide half, doing one of these. I'll go deep lying playmaker, get his defensive stats up a little bit, and then hopefully by the January point, we can it'll be a quicker period to convert him to a defensive midfielder. I genuinely had no idea what to expect this year. Having Neuer and Bischoff definitely helps, but I thought the rest of our squad was kind of up and down. But Bayern Munich's path to redemption off to a good start. 1st of January, we sit top of the third Liga table. Let's see if we can continue that. Gonna go for a slight improvement to the back line though. Buchanan isn't that good of a prospect, not growing that well, so I'm gonna go for a little upgrade with what we can afford. It is the Albanian defender Elton Fikaj joining us from Panathinaikos for £800,000. And for pure squad depth, I'm gonna sign a backup left back in Alexander Azevedo. Promoted in our first season, we have done it comfortably. We end up being, 21 points clear of Saarbrücken. So our start to life with Bayern Munich is going pretty well. We'll see if that lasts in the second division. Dynamo Dresden lose the playoff relegation game against Saarbrücken. Damn, does the German... We don't get to compete. The third division don't even get to compete in like DFB Pokal or anything. Interesting. I didn't know that. I'm really happy about this though. Jonah Kusiasare, the Swedish striker, currently on loan at my favorite club, Fulham, has had a great start to life in the third division for us. 22 goals this year, +6 overall. I was debating upgrading him, but with a +6 growth, And the performances like that, dynamic player potential is going to work wonders. Maurice Krattenmarker's had a great season. Everybody's had a great season. Tom Bischoff +2, 19 goal contributions. But unfortunately, we're going to be looking for a new goalkeeper as Manuel Neuer and Sven Ulrich are both retiring at the end of the year. Big love to the GOAT, Manuel Neuer, one of my favorite players of all time, for sticking around and helping us get a little more steady to start life at Bayern Munich. That being said, we have got a lot of goalkeepers that could potentially fill his place. I'm looking at you, Jonas Ubig. You're probably the man. Henrik Hartmann, on his loan spell at Hertha Berlin, though, has gone up +4 overall. Might have to find a way to get him into the squad. An incredible start to this bankrupt relegation rebuild with Bayern Munich. But let's see if that carries over in Season 2 as we enter the second division. When you look at our squad, I'm lulled into a false sense of security. I look at the squad depth and I'm like, we got decent squad depth. Then you realize almost half of our squad depth is goalkeepers. We have 4 goalkeepers sitting in the reserves here, 6 on the books in total. So my first order of business in Season 2, let's get our squad depth to an okay point. Gonna sign a Turkish attacking midfielder by the name of Fatih Kaymak, a German attacking midfielder by the name of Timo Schieb. Yes, free agents are our best friends in these type of scenarios. And an English right back by the name of Charlie Blake. A no-brainer though that we're going to get rid of some of the goalkeepers. Some of them made it easy for us by putting themselves on the transfer list. I'm going to sell those guys. First man out, Max Schmidt heading to Poland and Janis Bartel heading to SV Waldhof for £500,000. I feel like all I've been doing in this rebuild so far is signing centre backs, but I'm going to do it again. Our centre back position is just lagging behind consistently compared to the rest of the squad. Via Tromso, we're going to sign Abubakar Sedikinte, £3 million. Big money for us right now. But I think he's a natural fit in the squad. 70 rated, 18 years of age, 19 years of age. I'm excited. Wisdom Mike seems like a decent prospect. He's got an awesome name, and I don't want him sitting on the bench for his whole career. So he's going to pack his bags and head to Turkey, signing on Besiktas for a 1-year loan deal. Same deal with Hartmann. He's trending in the right direction. He did well at Hertha Berlin, so let's see if that can continue. Another year-long loan for him heading to Coventry. We're also going to say goodbye to another goalkeeper, Leon Klanek, heading permanently to Doncaster. So yeah, not too much crazy work done to the starting 11. We're in a good spot with the starting 11. I'll give us that. We're in a much better spot than I thought we would be this time last year. Bischoff is the big question mark. He's our highest rated player, but also the most unsettled at the defensive midfield role. I'm hoping he'll be there, but maybe we look to convert him elsewhere. It's a tricky one. You have to deal with the cards you're dealt, but he's getting there. He's getting close. He's gone from a -6 initially to a -3, and a 76 Bischoff is still better than everyone else in the squad. Now, back-to-back promotions would be nice, but I'm not expecting it. I'm okay if we stay in the second division for a year or two, stabilize, get ourselves in a really good spot, so that once we're up in the Bundesliga, we stay. Bro, I don't give us enough credit. We have got almost as many draws as wins, but we are in an automatic spot, 5 points clear of Hamburg. If we find ourselves back in the Bundesliga within 3 seasons, that is going to be crazy. We are so back. We are so back. I did not have this on my radar, but we have gone promotion after promotion. Now we're going up to the Bundesliga. It's going to be an absolute dogfight. I'm kind of nervous. We're going to have to make some big moves, but we are in the Bundesliga. Just 4 losses all season, 66 points. We go automatically up with St. Pauli. Going down to the third division is going to be our rivals, 1860 Munich and Elversberg, host Holstein Kiel in the playoff game. Stuttgart do win DFB Pokal. We went out to Prüben Cameron Munster in the first round. Schalke win the Bundesliga playoff game over Hamburg, whilst Braunschweig, they relegate Holstein Kiel. A beautiful season for Maurice Krattenmarker. 16 goals, 8 assists. Kind of disappointed there for Kusiasare. I mean, he's progressing really, really nicely. But 12 goals in the second division, it is a big step up to the Bundesliga. Oh, I don't know. I kind of want to get somebody that's around the 75 marker. With a lot of the squad, to be fair. Like, players like Bischoff are sweet, but a lot of the squad, we're going to need some growth out of. I'm worried this promotion might backfire on us and hurt us in the long term. Daniel Peretz rejoining us next year. He's really missed nothing. He was in the Bundesliga. We get relegated down to the third division. He comes back. We're in the Bundesliga. +3 growth for Henrik Hartmann. And +6 for Wisdom Mike. Okay, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing to be promoted to the Bundesliga, but we've got a tough season 3 ahead of us, lads. We're here. We're back in the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich, but when you look at this squad, this is a squad that I don't necessarily look at and think, it's going to survive relegation. It is a weak Bundesliga side. There's some bright spots, but overall a weak side. So right now I'm focused on taking it one season at a time. I'm not necessarily going in for guys that I think will be here when we win a Champions League title. I'm just trying to get guys that are going to boost the overall of the squad. Signing number 1, a centre-back. 75 rated Smolcic from Eintracht Frankfurt. 26 years of age, 75 overall. Not an insane signing, but good to keep us up. Off to the Netherlands for a new attacking midfielder. Very excited about this guy. Ringo Meerveld. 24 years of age, 77 overall, joining us from the Eredivisie. Again, not an insane signing, but I'm excited about what he brings to the squad for the next couple years. And look, to be honest, I don't know if I feel confident going in with Jonah Kusiasare as our starting striker in the Bundesliga. If we were still in the second division, 100% he's my guy. But I just don't know if we survive relegation with him, especially when he only scored 12 goals in the second division. I'm throwing him on the loan list, and I'm going in for a new starting striker. He's German. He's got Bundesliga experience. It is Tim Lempel. 77 overall, a huge upgrade at the striker role as well, for a pretty modest price. I'm happy that we've got the guys in that we have for the prices that we have. It gives us flexibility for the rest of the season, but the German striker joins us from Hoffenheim for 12 mil. We had a good 12 months with Tom Buchanan, but I'm cashing in on him now. And when I say cashing in, it's because Tarek Buchanan, I think I said Tom. Tarek Buchman, oh my god, I've had a world-class stinker. The disrespect of the guy, I get his name wrong as I'm selling him. But he had 12 months left on his contract. It was either sell him now or lose him on a free next summer. Every single starting 11 position we just upgraded though had a player that I was happy with their development. So I'm going to look to get loan moves to those guys. Leonard Karl is one of them. Solid start at the attacking midfield role, just not good enough for the Bundesliga right now. We all knew this one was coming. Jonah Kusiasare heading to Toulouse for the year, and the Albanian centre-back Elton Fikaj heading on loan to Rangers for the year. We've left ourselves a bit of flexibility. I'm happier, very much happier than I was at the start of the season with the squad we entered the Bundesliga with. It feels a lot more balanced and a lot more of a Bundesliga squad, but the goal is still going to be just surviving relegation. So as long as we're above or in the fight to stay above the drop zone come January 1st, then I think that's a manageable position. I just do not want us going right back down to the second division. Yep, we're in the hunt, lads. The draws are killing us. We're only 15 games played. That's the thing about the structure of the Bundesliga and the German calendar. A lot of time off in December for Christmas, but we have played 15 games. We sit 15th, 1 point out of the relegation playoff, 2 points clear of VfL Bochum. We need to make a move. We need to solidify ourselves as a Bundesliga outfit. So unfortunately, this means saying goodbye to Mika Haas, another player that has fallen victim to time and trajectory not being on his side. He was developing nicely, but we need an upgrade at the left back role. We're sending him. I feel like we've sent every player to Turkey. It's been a long search, but we finally get ourselves a new starting left back. I looked at basically every league in the world, but this one just made the sense. The most value for money with a player that can also still get a bit of growth. We haven't squeezed the lemon fully for this man. And so at the left back role, we are going to sign the Frenchman, Bradley Loco from Como. 26 years of age, 79 overall. That is a great balance. Somebody that's done it in multiple leagues that can do it for us right now and keep us up. We've paid a pretty modest fee of £50 million. Yeah, that's right. Give me an A. Give me an A. Any thoughts of relegation can go take a hike. We have almost got ourselves into European football. This rebuild is going swimmingly. Out of all the bankrupt relegated rebuilds I've done in the past, this one's going the best, and I'm not mad about it. 8th in the Bundesliga. Our signings have helped. We end up on 46. It was a bit of a logjam here. A couple of results we would have been back in that relegation battle, but it is Bochum on 31. St. Pauli and Schalke, the two, they have shat the bed. Let's be straight. They have shat the bed. I'm going to guess like Leverkusen. Yeah, Leverkusen win the league. Dortmund in second. We're coming for you, lads. Bayern Munich's coming. We want to make it a Farmers League again. Borussia Dortmund win DFB Pokal. We made it to the semi-finals this year. That just shows how much we are progressing. Bochum go down. Hanover win the relegation playoff and are heading back up to the Bundesliga. And I mean, the goal of this video is to win a Champions League, so we're going to start looking at that now. We are in the top flight. PSG win the Champions League this year. Benfica win the Europa League, whilst Nice take down Austria Vienna in the Conference League. And I think we made the right call going and upgrading at the striker role. Tim Lempel has not only got +4 overall, that is incredible, but he's bagged himself 20 goals in the Bundesliga. or 20 goals in all competitions, 15 in the Bundesliga. That's about all we can ask for. Lovro as well. Great year for our Croatian attacking midfielder. I was debating upgrading him, I'm not going to lie, but I'm glad I kept the faith. Maurice Kradenmacher into the 80s. This is just beautiful. Also, I forgot to show it earlier in the season, but Tom Bischoff, I was able to finally convert him to a defensive midfielder, so I'm glad that that process has paid off. Elton, Albanian centre-back goes up +6 on loan at Rangers. Leonard Carl goes to a 78. Oh, we have actually got a question to ask next year. Oh, he probably should be coming straight into the starting 11, no? Oh my God. Okay, we thought we had a question at the attacking midfield role. Jonah Kusiasare to an 83. What have they been feeding him at Toulouse? 83. This is a great problem to have. I just was not expecting to have it. One of our youth academy kids, Emilio Gebhardt, is walking away on a free, but honestly, I do not care. Season 4 is about to be a doozy. So I've taken the night, I've come back with fresh eyes to see what we can do to fit in the best players, and this is what we've got. I love how I spent all that time trying to convert Bischoff to a defensive midfielder, only to bring back a center midfield formation. I've moved to a 3 at the back formation. Mieveld is going to go to left midfield, Carl to right midfield. I think this is the best way to fit in all of our stuff. This is the highest overall squad we can get, basically. Fortunately, all of the position changes I'm making are going to happen within 2 weeks. Even Bischoff. But the formation change means we have a lot of work to do this window. Moving to a 3 at the back formation, our centre-back position is by far the weakest spot in our squad. So we needed to come back and get that sorted. First signing of Season 4 is in the defense. It is going to be the Frenchman Ismail Decore making the move across from the south of France. Following that in the midfield, having a partner for Tom Bischoff, it is going to be the Icelandic midfielder Isak Bergman Johansson joining us from FC Cologne. It's going to be a busy season on a sales front. First move is to get rid of some guys that have wanted to go for a hot minute. 22-year-old Arion Ibrahimovic heading to Hamburger, and the Portuguese defensive midfielder David Santos Daiba heads to the Netherlands. I'm not done signing players though. I want to have a lot of money. I probably will go in for another centre-back. We knew he would only be here for a short time. Smolcic kept us up in the Bundesliga. Now he goes to Burnley to hopefully keep them up in the Premier League. I want Lucas Reach to still get some growth in game time. I'm not selling him. I think he could be... I mean, if we do sell him, I think we could sell him for a lot more down the line. So we're going to send him on loan for 2 years to Nottingham Forest. 75 rated, 21 years of age. Let's see how he comes back. Same deal with Noel Osako. He heads to Lazio for the year. Here we go, fellas. Bischoff becomes a center midfielder once again. Carl becomes a right winger. I'm going to slowly convert him to a right midfielder, but that was more of a process. And Mieveld becomes a left midfielder. It's time for another Frenchman into our backline. This time we're signing one that is actually playing in the Bundesliga. Welcome to this new look Bayern Munich side, Christian Malwisa, signing him from Union Berlin. Pretty happy with how we've gone about this, £23.5 million. I cannot lie, fellas. When I signed Bradley Loco this time, like last season, I did not expect to be selling him this quickly, but like I've said, circumstances have changed. We're cashing in on Loco and we get a big £26 million for him. That's going to help. Where we spend that money though will be decided in January. We're going to have a lot of money in our back pocket to spend in January. It just depends on how we start the season and how the growth for players like Kinte, Carl, even Meerveld, how that starts. But for now, let's see if lightning strikes twice at Bayern Munich. I want European football, lads. I want it. And I also want you guys to leave a like on the video if you are enjoying it and subscribe down below if you are new around here. Okay, this rebuild has exceeded my expectations in just about every way. We've only lost 2 games in this first half of the season, and we are sitting 2nd place in the Bundesliga. 6 points clear of 5th place Leipzig. We have to play in Champions League football in Season 5. We have to. And to make that happen, I'm going to send Leonard Carl off on loan. He's not growing at all this season. He's only got 3 assists this year. Hasn't started every game, but hasn't lit up when he has. And I mean, the loans so far when we've sent players out have worked really well. So I'm hopeful that he could come back next year as a superstar, but I want to get somebody that can guarantee us top 4 football now. You know what? I'm actually going to take that back. I'm removing him from the loan list. After looking what's available, the best I could get was somebody that was going to be like 80 overall. I may as well go in for Carl there, give him the rest of the game time and continue investing in his growth. Same with Kinta. I could go and get somebody else at center back, but he's growing decently as well. I think for me, I should use the money wisely and invest in our reserves and squad depth. And now with us playing a 2-striker formation, I think we need a really serviceable backup striker in case one of them goes down. 79 rated striker Joel Roca joining us from Venezia, £20 million. It's a big investment. Pair that with the backup midfield signing of Soufiane El Fawzi, and I'm feeling good about what we've done here in January. Oh my god. Oh my god. I might actually throw hands. How the hell have we fallen out of the top 4? We have finished 5th and we're going to have a Europa League. We're in the Europa League. I still wanted to get European football, but I wanted the Champions League after the 1st of January. No way, dude. We drop into 5th. We're going to Europe next year, but it's not the Europe we envisioned. That hurts. Dortmund win the Bundesliga. Going down, it is going to be Hanover in the playoff game with Hertha Berlin and Cologne in the relegation automatic drop. Leverkusen win DFB Pokal. We went out to Hertha Berlin in the round of 16. Okay. Hanover will be staying up though. Liverpool win the Champions League. Strasbourg, they win the Europa League. We have to win it next year, surely. While Shakhtar Donetsk beat Aston Villa in the Conference League. Our 2 strikers sharing the wealth up top there. Kusi Asare goes up to an 87 overall. Tim Lempel goes to an 84. Another solid year here. Maurice Kradenmarker up to an 86. He is just so damn reliable. And I am glad I kept Carl as the starting right midfielder. He had a much more productive second half of the season, getting 5 goals and 2 assists after January. Dude, I might just send everybody off on loan. What is going on in this rebuild with our players on loan? Noel Seiko goes up 6 overall, whilst Lucas Reich goes up +8 to an 83. I'm going to see how long it takes to convert him to a right midfielder, because he might have to start in ahead of Carl. That's ridiculous. It is time for a mindset shift. I am annoyed that we did not solidify Champions League football. No more hoping, sitting around, waiting for players to grow. We are bringing in killers every year. We are setting our sights on the Champions League and going all out to win it as soon as possible. Carl's been steadily growing, but we can't wait on him forever. We're going in. New right midfielder, Roger Fernandez. He makes the move from Serie A to the Bundesliga, signing from Bologna for £45 million. Unfortunately, though, it is going to take way too long to convert Noel Aseko to a centre midfielder, 538 weeks. So I'm going to look to put him on the transfer list and cash in on him now. And there we go. It's upsetting. I thought he could have been an absolute superstar, but circumstances have dictated this transfer. And because Aseko only had 12 months left on his contract, Inter Milan have got a bit of a bargain here. We got ourselves the loan move for Leonard Carl. He's going to be spending the year at Villa Park. Take care of him. And we're also going to send the Turkish free agent wonder kid Fatih Kaymak up to Hanover. I'm going to retract the wonder kid statement, but he looks like an okay prospect. I can't lie though, lads. From a growth perspective, I kind of regret the signing of Johannesson last summer. He hasn't grown at all. He put up an okay year last year on the park, but he's just not growing. We could have gone in for somebody like Pasili, who we've signed now, and gotten an extra year of growth out of them. But I'm rewriting my wrongs. I'm going to put Johannesson onto a fresh contract, rotational contract, and give Pasili the starting centre midfielder role alongside Tom Bischoff. The Italian midfielder looks like a great signing. 24 years of age, 83 overall, 38.5 mil from Roma. And to round out the summer, more work on the reserves. Taras Mikavko joins as a backup centre back. If we don't qualify for the Champions League with this squad by I think we could genuinely win the Bundesliga with this squad. I think we could win the Bundesliga. I think we could win the Europa League. I think we are going to have an insane season here. This team, honestly, could win the Champions League this year. I think if we'd qualified for the Champions League, we would be in contention. Let's go put our money where our mouth is. Bring on Season 5. It wasn't complete domination, but we have finished inside the top 4, and we are heading to the Champions League next season with Bayern Munich. Perfect. 65 points. Borussia Dortmund have just been absolutely wiping the floor in this video. We edge out Frankfurt, Union Berlin, and then there's a massive drop-off after that. Who goes down, though? Hanover, Bochum, St. Pauli in the playoff game. Leverkusen win DFB Pokal. Again, nowhere close for us. I'm okay with us prioritizing other competitions, I suppose. Bit of copium. St. Pauli survive relegation. Liverpool beat Napoli to win the Champions League. I'm excited to be in the Champions League next year, but the big question, are we going to be able to qualify twice by winning the Europa League? Well, we certainly didn't hurt ourselves. We have finished second in league phase play, just one loss. Frankfurt up top, German domination. But we get to skip the playoffs. We go right into the round of 16 where we demolish Royal Union St. Galois 4-0. Quarterfinals, we beat Crystal Palace 4-3. Still alive, into the semi-finals where we go out to Tottenham. We lost to Tottenham, and Tottenham end up winning the Europa League over Juventus, whilst Atalanta win the Conference League. But you know what? I don't care, because we're heading to the Champions League. Jonah Kusi Asare was the hero of the campaign, up to a 90 overall. Lempel's been awesome as well. Our strikers, incredible stuff. Fernandez, great first year at Bayern Munich. Mieveld, not growing the way I would like him to, but putting up half-decent numbers. And Krattenmarker, death taxes, Krattenmarker being an absolute stud. Lucas Reed comes back from his 2-year loan spell next year, 85 overall. Oh, I might have another question. I might have another decision to make. Whilst Lennart Karl goes up to an 83 overall on his loan spell at Aston Villa. Honestly, I'm probably going to bring him back as a reserve. We're going to have an insane bench next year. Whilst K-Mac gets no growth. And unfortunately, Elton Fikaj, he's had an insane year of growth, but I could not renegotiate his contract. He's going to Atletico Madrid on a free transfer. That's a pretty big L. This is actually the perfect scenario. Lucas Reach comes back from his loan spell at Nottingham Forest. Right back and right mid are his positions. We can convert him to a centre-back, and it's only going to take 2 weeks. This is the dream. I was planning on upgrading centre-back this year, so the fact that I don't have to do that now, and that clears up money to upgrade other parts of the squad, buzzing. And that cutthroat energy that I spoke about last year is here, and it's here in a new fashion, because we have just signed one of the world's best left midfielders. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bayern Munich. Welcome to the Allianz Arena. It is Malik Fofana, the Belgian left midfielder, 86 overall, 24 years of age. This is perfect. He actually comes via Tottenham, not via Lyon. 70 mil though, that is massive money. There is so much business I want us doing in this squad though this year. A lot of players to go, a lot of rotational players to go. Johan Huber heading to Romania, whilst our former backup left back, Azevedo, heads to the Saudi League. And Hamadou Lay also off to Romania. Gotta sell some starting players though, some bigger players. Johansson didn't want to renegotiate his contract, so I'm cashing in on him. I don't want him stealing any more game time. And with an upgrade to goalkeeper on the horizon, I'm going to sell our backup Daniel Peretz to Leipzig. Going to move Jorbig to a backup goalkeeper. It's going to be nice to have an 83 rated as a backup option and go for a world-class shot stopper. And for me, lads, it is a no-brainer. The Ukrainian goalkeeper, Anatoly Trubin, is going to be the man to join us. We've struck a deal with Jose Mourinho and brought the Ukrainian shot stopper across from Benfica. Basically spent our entire budget left on him, 54 mil. But it's going to work so well. Lads, spanner in the works. 4th place did not automatically get us into the group stages. We are in the qualifying rounds of the Champions League. I don't like being in this spot, and we've got a tough opponent in Feyenoord. And I mean, making things even more difficult, Kusi Asare is out for the next 3 weeks with a lower back injury, so it's going to be Rocker into the starting 11. Oh, if this team goes out in the qualifying rounds, I am going to be so pissed. First leg in the Netherlands, we win it 4-1. That's what we want. 4-1, our 2 strikers picking up a brace. No funny business, no funny business. Just get the job done. Get us through to the next round. We lose it, but we don't get any injuries or suspensions. That's fine by me. But we're not done there. Now we get the playoff round, and we get to first Benfica. I'm feeling really happy that I signed Trubin now. Mate, we're going to make sure we win the Bundesliga or something this year. I do not want to be going through the playoffs ever again. First leg is a draw. We're going to go home, but we've got to draw against Benfica. This is not as comfortable as Feyenoord. Don't take the piss here, lads. Do not take the piss. 2-2 against Benfica. We're at home. We win it in extra time. Oh my God. Moisa in extra time has won it for us. We were behind. We were behind at one point. We have scraped into the Champions League. You got a good look at the squad when we were playing in the Champions League, but this is the starting 11. This is the squad for the season. Kusi Asare is back and healthy. I'm happy with the progression of the backline. I thought I was going to have to make some big moves there, but Decore fills that hole that we lost last year. So we've got good depth there. Reach coming in is awesome. Kinta and Moisa I want a little more growth out of, but we're heading in the right direction. We are heading in the right direction. I want us going out for all competitions this year. We're in the Champions League by the skin of our teeth. I anticipate getting a pretty rough draw, going through the playoffs and being one of the lowest seeded teams. Let's go see. Starts off against Rangers at home. October, okay, this isn't a terrible start. I imagine it's going to get tougher. I'm surprised La Louvière is in there. Then we host Atalanta. November, we travel to the Metropolitano to take on Atletico. And we are hosting Real Madrid. November is the month of Madrid. December, we head to Hungary. January, we head to Rome and polish it off with a trip to Anfield. So January and November are tough, man. Let's go see how we go. You know what? I can live with it. I can live with it. 11th, we're into the next round. Just 1 point away from getting ourselves automatically into the round of 16. We've had this. If we win the Champions League this year, we are doing it literally the hardest way possible. Qualifiers, playoffs, and now the second version of the playoffs, where we will have an all-German affair. We're facing RB Leipzig. Bro, we are never going to have a game with Kusiaseri. He is suspended for the first leg. Roca, you are getting your reps in, brother. All right, been here many times this year. Playoffs, first leg away in Leipzig. Traveling to Leipzig and getting the win. Beautiful. Lempel, he's not worried about Kusiaseri being out. He's getting us a brace. For the first time this season in the Champions League, we get our full-strength squad on the park. Kusiaseri in here. A snowy night in Munich. Isn't the Allianz Arena, like the Munich Arena, doesn't have a roof? The snow wouldn't matter for anything. Who cares? Oh my God. Oh my God. Maybe we don't want Kusiaseri. Holy hell, dude. We have lost 2-0. 2-0. All we had to do was draw and we'd be into the round of 16. We lose to Leipzig in the playoff round. Pain. The playoff exit is brutal, but thankfully we're not going to have to go through qualifiers or playoffs next season. We're automatically in. I'm hoping Leipzig didn't win the Champions League because they finished 5th. But we can't worry about other people. We finished 2nd. Frankfurt win the league. And in the relegation zone, I feel like it's the usual suspects always in these spots. Bayer Leverkusen do win DFB Pokal. We unfortunately lost to them on a penalty shootout in the semis. Whilst Cologne take out Kaiserslautern and will stay in the Bundesliga. No Leipzig in the Champions League next year. Get that one up here, you dogs. PSG are going to win it. Frankfurt win the Europa League. They had a great year. Whilst Man City, what are they doing in the Conference League? Oh yeah, imagine if he wasn't suspended and injured for the start of the season. Jonah Kusiaseri, 92 overall, 32 goals. These two are just absolute freaks. And Kraten Marcus, 92 overall. Have a break, lads. We have got £100 million in the bank, and I plan on using it to make one signing that is going to make us win a Champions League. And it's for a player that doesn't exist. Say hello to our new starting centre-back, Bas Janssen, joining us from Chelsea for 91 mil. 88 overall at what, 21 years of age? That is ridiculous. Oh, it's just a good side. It is just a good side. No playoff games, just right into the Champions League. And I want us winning the damn Champions League. I want us winning the Bundesliga. I want us winning the DFB Pokal. After the first few seasons, we have been winning nothing. We're still ranked so low, but I'm hopeful we can avoid the big dogs again, potentially. That'd be nice, please, UEFA. Starts off, we're versing La Louvière from Belgium again. Pair that up as we host Galatasaray. Then we face Varangrossi again. Travel to the San Siro to take on AC Milan in November. November last year was not good to us. Is it going to be good this year? Oh my God. All right. Last year we got both Madrid sides in November. This year we have both Milan. December, it's a trip to Prague. And January, it's a trip to Madrid again, facing Real. Who's the final game going to be against? Benfica. They want revenge after last year's playoffs. I've got to stop here though, lads. I wanted to check specifically on the Ballon d'Or because I thought Kusiaseri might have been nominated. Well, he has. Ballon d'Or 2031. Kusiaseri nominated alongside Saka, Endrick, and Dembele. Will our man win a Ballon d'Or? He does not. It goes to Endrick. Endrick wins the 2031 Ballon d'Or. Where's he playing at? Is he still at Real Madrid in this career mode? 25 years of age. He's at Arsenal. Arsenal have a really good side from what I've seen. He's hoping we don't play them in the Champions League. Yes! Come on! Only one loss. We finished top of the Champions League. This is looking good, fellas. This is looking good. Skip the playoffs. Find out who we're going to verse. Watch it be Real Madrid. Also, things are looking good in the Bundesliga. Only one loss all year so far. 1 point ahead of Frankfurt, but then well ahead of the rest of the pack. I want us winning every trophy this year. It's not Real Madrid. Real Madrid actually went out because Celtic are here. We have got Ajax in the round of 16. It just wouldn't be this video without somebody being suspended. Luckily, it's probably the best spot to get suspended. Meerveld is coming into the starting 11 as Fofana is suspended. First leg away in Amsterdam. Come on, fellas. This team is insane. We have got 3 players in our starting 11 that are in the 90s. Make that mean something. Thank you. Thank you. Lempel is an underrated beast. And the beast of all beasts, Krattenmacher, gives us a 3-1 advantage. Full strength starting 11 for the second leg. Fofana is back. Just boring. Keep it boring. 1-1 draw will do. Roger Fernandez gets a yellow card though. We dominated that game, so to only get a draw is kind of frustrating, but we are into the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals, next up, Juventus. There are no easy games remaining, though. Fernandez is here for the first leg, which I'm pleasantly surprised about. Moisa up to an 87 as well, which has crept up on us. Our team is just ridiculous. I just want a strong first leg away in Turin. It's a 3-3 draw. A lot of goals, but it's all tied up as we head back to Munich. 3-3. Who's this ferry guy? Got a brace for them. All right, all tied up. I'm nervous, lads. Juventus, the ability to score 3 goals is terrifying. We score goals for fun, but it looks like our defense isn't able to stop them against Juventus. Just get ourselves into the semifinals. Win it 1-0. Win it how you have to win it. Win it 3-0 if you have to. Oh, that fills me with a lot more confidence. 3-0, second half domination. Roger Fernandez, Lempel. We demolish Juventus and we're into the semis. Semi-final time. We've got Liverpool. That Arsenal team still being around sends a shiver down my spine. Let's just focus on Liverpool. First leg at Anfield. Full strength starting 11. Long may it stay that way. 1-1. 1-1 in the first leg. We score early. Milos Kerkez gets the late equalizer. And again, we are heading into the second leg. At home, all tied up. Oh my God, man. What? Oh, just get us to the final, bro. I'm going through all the emotions right now. Get us to the final. I've been doing rebuilds for however long I've been doing them, and I still get fired up in the second leg of a semi-final. Fucking get in there! Oh my God. Kusiaseri do not be suspended, but Lempel and Bischoff are going to fire Bayern Munich into a Champions League final. Come on. Oh, we've got Arsenal, bro. We've got Arsenal. Oh, their team is terrifying. Like, their top scorer in the Champions League is this guy, Wissam Al Jabir, 87 Qatari winger. They've got the Ballon d'Or winner, Endrick. I'm scared. I look around the grounds, though. Feyenoord beat Aston Villa. An English team losing in the final is a good omen. Club Brugge fall down to Legia Warsaw. We finally win the Bundesliga. 7 points clear of Borussia Dortmund. Everything is restored in the Bundesliga and in the universe for Bayern Munich. Getting relegated. I wanted somebody big to get relegated in these rebuilds so far. Nobody has, but it's Dusseldorf and Augsburg automatically going down. Stuttgart win DFB Pokal. Unfortunately, we did nothing. But we will wait and see if we do not win today, who wins the relegation playoff. I'm so fired up to use Tim and Jonah. Holy hell, lads. 29 and 26. Roger Fernandez. Krattenmacher, no growth for him, which is surprising, but he's already at 92, so I'm chill with that. This team is just absolutely beautiful, lads. I am so happy with how this bankrupt relegation rebuild has unfolded, but there is one massive step still left to achieve. The Olympic Stadium is the venue in Berlin. We have the home nation advantage. Let's make it count. Get that away. Yeah, oh, I thought we made the tackle. They're passing us to death. Thank God that is straight at Truben. Oh my God. Looks like the counterattack's going to be our best way. Taken out there. Going to go out. No, this is... Oh my God. This is never where I want it to fucking go. Come on. Get him on the counterattack. We've got the numbers to do something like this. Krattenmacher. Good ball in. Jonah. Tough angle. Deflection helped us get it on frame. But that is... we have looked so bad. Bro. Oh my God, I thought we were going to give away a penalty there or get nutmegged. What kind of a touch is that? Holy hell, I need to make a change at halftime. That is one of the worst halves I have ever played. Come on, let's get something here. Roger Fernandez gets in front. That's why we got his pace. Roger Fernandez, I probably should have taken the shot. We're going to get a corner. Turning circle of a truck. Krattenmacher to take the corner, though. Going to put this one in here. Reek falls to Lempel. Quiet game for him. Goes to Jonah. Jonah shot. Tackle. That's a good tackle. Corner here for Arsenal. Get that away. They get the header. Saliba almost just ruined our entire night. Come on, lads. Do something magical. I see you. Fofana. Malik Fofana, drill it. Please. Please, come on! Krattenmacher! Krattenmarker! Holy hell. Holy hell. Maurice Krattenmarker, our captain, is surely going to win us the Champions League in one of the ugliest games of football I have ever played. This makes footballing purists throw up. But we have got a lead. Oh, get everyone back. Do not let Arsenal do anything off the kickoff. Oh, this Arsenal team tried to get us to play like they do. They play an ugly brand of football in real life. They played an ugly brand of football in this game. But we do not succumb to their pressure. We win a Champions League. We bankrupt Bayern Munich. We relegated Bayern Munich, but after making our journey back from the German third division, from the brink of financial ruin, we have rebuilt Bayern Munich. Lads, if you enjoyed what was a roller coaster of a rebuild, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.